Today I'm going to share an experience with
You
you,
won't believe what I saw.
one that I
down
still can't fully believe
there. It was
myself.
unlike anything on Earth.
I've done many dives, explored many places, but this dive was completely different. I went to explore an old sunken ship underwater, and what I saw there wasn't just an exploration, it was a strange experience. Everything started very normally. When I entered the water, I could clearly see sunlight above the surface, blue water all around, small fish everywhere. Everything was completely calm. But as I went deeper, the environment started to change. The light was fading, the water getting colder, and at one point, I noticed something strange. There were no fish around at all. That was my first unusual moment. Because even at that depth, there should be some marine life. But there was nothing. At first, I didn't take it too seriously. I thought maybe this place was just like that. Then, I saw the ship for the first time. From a distance, it was just a massive dark shadow, slowly becoming clearer. The closer I got, the more I understood. It was a huge, very old ship, completely broken. As I approached it, I felt something strange, as if the place wasn't exactly empty, but also not fully occupied. It's hard to explain. I circled around the ship. The windows were broken, some doors were open. It looked like people had suddenly tried to escape. Then I entered through a broken section. As soon as I got inside, I realized it wasn't as normal as it looked from the outside. Inside, there was almost no light. I had to rely entirely on my flashlight. Small particles were floating everywhere, like dust existing even underwater. I was moving through a narrow corridor, and at every turn it felt like someone was standing there. But when I pointed the light, there was nothing. The first room I entered was probably a cabin. Broken bed, a table, and some items scattered. An old photograph was floating there. I picked it up, but it was almost completely faded. Still, it was clear. Someone once lived here. They had a normal life. Then, suddenly, I felt something move behind me. I immediately turned around. Nothing. But that moment stuck in my mind. I kept moving forward, and that's when I saw the first skeleton. It was sitting on a chair, head down, one arm stretched forward. I stopped for a moment, because it wasn't just a skeleton. It looked like a final moment frozen in time. After that, the deeper I went, the more skeletons I found. Some were near doors, some on the floor, some leaning against walls. It looked like everyone had tried to escape, but no one made it. It became clear something very bad happened on this ship. Then I found a trunk, old, rusted. I opened it and saw some papers and a watch inside. And that's where I saw the strangest thing. The watch was still running.
After so many years underwater, how could a watch still work? From that moment, nothing felt normal anymore. Things started feeling different. My flashlight flickered a few times, and once I clearly saw a shadow moving at the end of the corridor. When I looked again, nothing was there. From that point, I started getting nervous. I decided to get out, but that's when the problem started. I couldn't find the way I came in. I kept moving from one corridor to another, but I kept ending up in the same place again. Same doors, same walls, same broken sections. I realized I was lost, and then I felt movement again. This time, I didn't just feel it, I saw it. A shadow in the distance, slowly moving. I wasn't sure if it was coming toward me, but I didn't waste any more time. I tried to escape quickly. My breathing got faster. My oxygen was running low. I ran into a room, and that's where everything changed. In the center of the room, there was a skeleton lying there, but it was different from the others. It was wearing a diving suit. I slowly approached it. The helmet was broken. I looked inside, and what I saw, I still can't get out of my mind. It looked like me. Same suit, same body structure. At first, I thought it was just a coincidence, but the more I looked, the more it felt like, no, this wasn't just similar. This was me. At that moment, the place didn't feel real anymore. My head was spinning. I could barely breathe. Then, suddenly, everything went completely silent. I couldn't even see my own bubbles. The light went out for a few seconds, and in that darkness, I felt something. I was not alone. Someone was very close. I couldn't see it, but I felt it. After that, I don't remember everything clearly. I don't even know exactly how I got out. I only know one thing. I came back. But one thing I can say for sure. When I was inside that ship, I was not alone. And if anyone ever goes back there, they won't just explore a sunken ship. They will face something that cannot be explained.